Hello and welcome. It is the 16th day of April 2017, and I'm going to do a very quick late night video regarding the PIVX chart, as it's a very, very difficult one in trying to say where's a good time to aggressively sell. Where's the top going to be? Even if it's just going to be a little one, enough where I can profit take a bit and then buy back at least some of what I sold later at cheaper prices. And I can't answer that question. I can say 32, 33 area would be a next key area, or it can easily come close to doubling from where it stands, $2.12 now. How long? I guess it's possible it could happen when I wake up. Unlikely. But I don't even know what's more likely, that I wake up and it's close to $4 US, or the Golden State Warriors lose game one. I really can't answer that question even. But right now, this thing is just going straight up. And last time, this elevator ride, and that's pretty much the only thing I can name this pattern towards, is that of an elevator ride. Straight up. Okay, so it went up many floors, comes down another one or two, and then many floors higher. And then I almost look at this as in this is like floor maintenance, where it just goes up and down a bit. It doesn't really do anything here, sort of like recharging its battery, and then it's going back up again. I don't know how big the building is. I really can't say. But I've heard fundamental price targets, people talking about how it's better than Dash. And if that's the case, well, it's technically like well over 20 times cheaper than it as well. So when I look at this and you say, well, this is just coming out of the abyss. That's why you have these massive moves. That's why you break resistance and do like a 22x, because it's in the abyss. Abyss is a level that's so cheap, so out of scale proportion, that you can only have these kind of insane moves. But then the question lies again, well, what level exits the abyss? And have we reached that yet? And I can't answer that question, but if the question is that yes, we're still in the upper end of abyss, or we're just leaving it into the next level of, well, you're not so majorly underpriced, but you're still underpriced. And then when that's the case, instead of having a 22x move, you have like a 6x move kind of deal. That's something to look at when you see a move like that. Well, last time it went up 20 times, so I'm gonna pick that number again, and it might win. But I would have to think, if you're gonna use that kind of methodology, that you'd have to think that this, because it was so cheap at this time, definitely to comparison now, that it probably can't go up quite that high. And the duration of time, again, it could be when I wake up that it can make a move like that. It could be a matter of days. And as far as its elevator ride, you expect a big move here, and then that's what I expect here again. And if it sells off, it comes down and it doesn't hold this support in here, even deep support in here, then that would be the failed breakout. So I don't think that's going to happen, but that's obviously where it stands now. So the likely scenario is it's either going to continue higher, or any support move to the probable level of around 90,000 Satoshi, or about $1 US, would be an area that should probably hold and be a great buying opportunity as well. But any type of price you can buy, I think if you were to buy on strike now, you do it, because when you see that it's just newly breaking higher, that you still got a good decent upwards target left. It's when the markets get really high like this, like, why do you want to be a buyer when it's went many floors up? And unless you know something fundamentally, that that the elevator is just going to keep going higher, then it's tough. Like in here, it would have worked out, obviously. here it would work out. And even if you bought at this top, well, that's why I don't mind buying there, because I realize that if it comes back lower, I can buy again. And I guess that could make a case if you're starting to enter in a position. You could buy here, and you'd actually be hoping it goes lower because you want to fill your position at the cheaper prices. But I'm not a big fan of buying when it's super high, but I don't think this is super high right now reading this chart. And we'll see how this goes, but let's quickly, before I finish off, take a look at this on a little bit more of a longer term chart. I mean, we can see this uptrend line is holding well. It's already broken past this resistance that resisted in here for a while. That's pretty damn strong, or darn strong, whatever's, if it matters. And yeah, it's a nice looking chart to say the least. And I'm going to end this video now. Take care.